Holy smokes, I never seen it pulled apart that far before. Alright.
Main thing we wanted to show, well, obviously all the debris that's in there, that's all just metal that's caked up. Of course, that's been circulating through.
Yeah, and that's been there
And gotten
years.
into probably possibly the bearings inside the flywheel. But what they wanted to do is here on the case side, right here you can barely see it. Well, you can, but you gotta stand, be tall like me, I guess. But see, there's scarred right there.
Yeah.
Right there, and
there's no bushings in there. That's just
that's just this.
I'm trying to get a little picture of that. Okay.
All right, and then this is one that's not damaged.
All right.
But it only goes so far, and once it gets in there, it's going to start sticking. This is what caused it, was that breaking up.
All right. And this one, oh, right here, these little pieces.
Yeah, see how this is?
Huh.
And that's all scarred.
Yeah. All right.
This failed, which caused this lobe damage. You can see the lobe, if you look at it, it's not flat no more, and it's mushroomed out.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit of that guy. Now,
See, it's mushroomed that you can feel. Because
yeah.
here's another one. This is what,
Okay.
it's nice and smooth. But even that's got some beat up parts on it. But that's, I guess, normal
Yeah,
wear, but that's definitely gotten hot.
obviously look like it's been mashed down pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see right there. And it's just got the 575 punch on there.
Yeah. And see right here,
Okay.
there's more damage to the inside of that tube.
Yeah.
And see how these are, these are smooth where he milled it out right here.
Yeah.
But this is all jagged, so that's where that lifter was coming down and banging up against that thing too.
Huh. Let me get up in there and get that. That's for that lift. Okay. And what caused that? Is that because
That's because this is the part that was, that was the
down?
part that was down in there. And it mushroomed out the lobe, which started eating well, actually, this lifter probably got a piece of metal in here that scored it up, but that riding on this is what mushroomed out that lobe.
Oh, okay.
Because this failed, because this was
already turns
right.
Okay.
And then there's another cam that obviously
It was rubbing somewhere.
rubbing right here. You can see where it rubbed into this bearing.
Yeah. And okay, now since these cams don't have spacers.
No, there is no spacers.
I mean, is that something that?
Well, what they think happened, and I mean they're guessing, but this failed. This got hot and seized up, and then that broke this, and then that kind of mushroomed down the cam, and then of course the metal just started going everywhere. So. And then, but that's why they're saying the case has got to be replaced, because you can't fix the inside of this part right here. This half of the case needs to be replaced, is what they're saying.
Yeah, and I know Harley doesn't sell half the case.
Actually, they do sell half a case.
Do they? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, all right. I was gonna say I was gonna just stick the cams back in there, but that.
But yeah, that cam's not. This cam ain't gonna. This cam ain't gonna cut it. The other one should.
I don't know if Zippers does just one.
Yeah, because what Zipper told me was send in the whole cams, they'll inspect them all, and he said the guys are real good back there that should be able to fix it. So, which means the way you told me they made these, they're probably going to take this back off or mill it off, and then turn around and put another lobe on there.
All right.
Which is what they did, obviously, to make these a 575 cam.
Okay. All right.
And then, of course, the other two things that were damaged, which was minor stuff, was the top of the rocker covers.
And stuff.
And they were suggesting new rings, but they don't know about the inside of this, whether this is, how much metal is in there, and there's really no way of getting that apart, I don't think they said. Well, actually, they might be able to. But
yeah, there is, but it's not a cheap way, I guess.
Right. So, but there's obviously been metal floating around in there, so that's probably done damage to the bearings that are in there too.
All right. Now, if I said go ahead and fix, well, I guess they got to put a case on. They got to take this apart anyway, right?
Right, they're gonna have to take
So I
this
can put
case
new-
out, and they're probably gonna have to replace all the bearings that are in the case,
Okay.
unless the case actually comes with new bearings,
Okay.
which is possible. I haven't got a price on that yet.
Bearings aren't.
I've got the number, but I haven't
horrible
got a
expensive.
price on it.
All right.
And then I showed you those rocker arm covers, they're over here.
Yeah, I saw those before, but I don't know. Well, they got me split up all over the place now, don't they?
Yeah. I guess they moved it back outside again. Yeah, back over. Now over here.
Oh, okay.
So you've got the damage to the inside of this one. Actually, both sides. This one's got more than that side.
Now that's livable. I don't.
Yeah,
that's
well,
just-
actually, and what he was supposed to do was actually, that can be fixed. We don't have to replace that. We can adjust for that clearance, and the same thing on this one. We can adjust that.
Same there. Okay.
What was supposed to have been done is that he was supposed to have milled part of that off to compensate for the valve springs hitting it, which didn't get done.
Yeah, I noticed when did I tell you when I went over there to pick it up that there was a glass bowl
Yeah.
on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Let's see. So, these are these guys.
yeah, and the push rods, I don't know if they would be able to, I know you were talking about getting perfect or solid
pieces.
ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would have to do that other than trying to measure
Yeah.
and see if they've got some that length.
Okay.
Other than that, it'd be putting it back on and making sure that all the nuts are
Yeah.
tightened with lock nut or Loctite so that they're not going to move.
Okay. Yeah, because I was reading over the zipper instructions and it said, well, once you get these in, every time you change the oil, you want to make sure you
Right.
check them, make sure they're tight. Every time I take these things apart,
They all
get them
start
to
leaking.
seal again is a nightmare. All right.
Probably, the only thing I would think would be that every time you do have to take it apart, just make sure you put new O-rings and stuff in there. Or
Well,
get O-rings.
yeah, but the only way to take O-rings out is to take these
Yeah.
out so you can,
Yeah.
which means you got to take the head apart.
Right. I guess you're stuck between a rock and a hard place on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the rest of the world does.
Joe, what are you
Hey,
doing?
good. So basically the heads are okay.
The heads are okay.
Yeah.
This can be, obviously, if get with Zipper and they can tell us how much we got to take off there to get it out to give it clearance.
Okay.
And then it's just a matter of how much they would charge to fix those
Cams.
cams, which I have no idea. I got to send them to them to find out.
Yeah. Okay. Now the valves where they were hitting. there
It
was
was probably hitting.
Okay.
It was actually the spring that was hitting up against those.
Okay.
So
I've got I brought the stock rockers in, so that's where those rollers. I mean, they're Harley Davidson rollers, but
yeah, something.
I don't need one more thing to fail on it. So, all right. Did y'all ever come up with some kind of weird number how much it's going to cost to get all that stuff
It's
fixed?
just more or less on the labor side is the only thing I really got so far, and that was about
Yeah.
$2,600, I think. I've got a price on the. I can get prices on the case and a gasket kit. It was a matter of finding
Cams with zippers.
cams and then
Oh,
getting
you're
new
nice.
rings.
You know, all this time I thought I was talking. What's your name?
Greg.
Greg. I thought I was talking to you all that time. I was like, well, your voice doesn't match the face I was seeing. But all right. Okay. All right.
And then did you touch on flywheels
Yeah.
at all?
So it's a good chance we need. If I'm gonna do it, I'll get a price. I'm gonna get a price with the flywheels too, because there's no
So
sense.
he
in
showed
putting-
you all the cases with all the metal running through them,
Yeah.
right? So
I think so. I guess. I think I was what I was looking at.
if you want to go back over there, I'll show you. There's a question. We're all kind of questioning the flywheels a little bit with all that metal running through there.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I completely leave that up to you. What do you want to
Well, it
do?
depends if it's another $2,700 to the flywheel. I'd
At
probably
this
say,
point,
nah.
no. At this point in time, I think flywheels aren't.
$700 or $800, I think.